Hey, it's Pat with tonight's recap of America's Next Top Model, Cycle 16. We're on episode 9 or 10. I don't know. Last week is the recap episode, so I don't know what. I think it's episode 9. We'll say it's episode 9, which is funny because the new episodes air at 9 p.m. now on the CW, which I'm not sure if I like or if I don't like that it's on later. It just means I have to stay up later. I don't know. But I will give a special shout out to my new Twitter friend Dominique in Canada because she was having difficulty finding Top Model. I guess it's not on at 9, so she shall repeat. I'm sure there's lots of other people that had that too. So sorry if you missed out on tonight's episode, but here's a recap of it. Final 5 girls are off to Morocco, to Marrakesh, and right when they get there, they immediately go into this big, I guess it would be a bazaar type area. There's snakes, there's cobras, there's monkeys, there's Mr. and Miss J. They get acclimated very quickly. What they find out is that they're going to go on some go-sees to some couture Moroccan designers. So they go, they try on these dresses that are basically made of like twigs and really thick, heavy material. And some of them look great. Some of the designs were sort of weird. And poor Kasha had a rough episode, obviously, if you saw it, you know why. But she couldn't fit into any of the dresses that they had at the design house in Morocco, which, you know, I'm never sure if I agree with how Top Model handles the plus size or the fiercely real girls now, because, like other girls in the past, definitely it's a good message that there's plus size models, and there are some fierce plus size models. But when you send them to the average designers and try to make them try on clothes, like they're never going to have clothes that fit the plus size girls unless they already work with plus size girls. So I feel like it's just kind of unfair, and Kasha just sort of had a little bit of a breakdown there at the designers. But she was the only model who brought shoes, so she's the only one who was prepared. They move into their house. It's beautiful, and basically the whole beginning of the episode, they're painting Kasha to be very insecure about her body, and they're painting Molly to be the brattiest whiner rageaholic on the show. And I mean, who knows if she's really like that, but she really looked like she just hated everything in this whole entire episode. When it came time for the photo shoot, they were on some camels in the middle of the desert. Obviously, when you're in Morocco, in the desert, you're going to be all up on some camels. And the 5 girls pose. Each of them had their own unique sort of struggle, I will say. They all had great pictures, which I will say, many of you have commented before, I think this cycle has the most talented group of models overall that we've seen so far in the series. I mean, if you want to see their photos, you can click the link down here in the description or go to blogaboutthings.com. But their photos are all really good, so it was sort of, I felt like whatever happened this week story-wise was really going to determine who was in the top and who was in the bottom. I really liked all their photos. Kasha had a real struggle, at least from what we saw, posing due to her insecurity of her body. And Alexandria, again, was sort of directing the photographer, which Tyra told her that if she ever did it again, that she would murder her. And she's done it twice since. So take that for whatever you think might happen in the future. But Tyra sort of is giving her lots of extra chances. When it came time for panel, the top photo was Molly, and I agree. I thought her photo was awesome. Looked totally like something you would see in a magazine now or advertisement, something like that. Brittany got second photo, followed by Hannah, which they really loved Hannah's photo. I thought it was good, but I was a little surprised at how much they loved it. I don't know, she had her hand behind her head, like, seemed very model 101, but the judges liked it, and that's all that matters. Bottom 2 were Alexandria and Kasha, and I mean, it was pretty clear to me that Kasha was going to be the one going home, just based on everybody's photos and based on the episode. She had the weakest, so Kasha was eliminated. It was very sad, but I think Kasha's really cool. We could totally be friends, so you can just call me Kasha if you want to hang out. Next week, the girls are going to do some crazy balancing tea trays on their head, whatever. I mean, I hate dumb challenges like that, but we'll see. Final 4. I guess next week's not the finale. I'm assuming. No, they would have said that. But it's coming up in like 2 weeks because there's only 4 girls left. Molly, Hannah, Brittany, and Alexandria. And I really have to say that I don't think that there's a clear winner right now. You guys might disagree, so feel free to comment away, but it's really hard. I feel like they could pick any of the remaining 4 girls as the winner. It's definitely not like last season where it was like Anne. You knew Anne was going to win. So we'll have to see what shakes out. But I would love to see what you think. So leave some comments. And I'm sure I'll make a separate video about this in the future with Carolyn. But did you guys hear the news today that the next cycle of Top Model, cycle 17, is going to be All-Stars of Top Model? So excited. It's not a rumor. We've been saying it forever. It is true. They haven't announced any of the girls that are going to be on it yet. We don't know if it's going to be winners, if it's going to be runners-up, who it's going to be. The models from cycle 1 or 2 are like 50 now, so I don't even know if they can compete. Will the short girls be allowed? I don't know. Separate video coming up, but if you want to read the full story, the link is down in the description as well. Let me know who you want to see on Top Model All-Stars, and I will see you back here next week for the recap. Bye.